everyone. The conditions are perfect for an overnight trip. Perfect if you love camping in the rain, which I do. And we have heavy rain on the forecast. It's going to be heavy this afternoon, but turning super, super heavy overnight. So these are the kind of conditions in which it's really nice to have a solid roof over your head. We're going to be heading up to the top of the mountain to stay in a small, basic shelter. There's only space for one, maybe two people. So fingers crossed, there's no one there. If there is, we're going to be making a plan B. It's definitely not fancy. Oh my gosh. It's about a 3 to 4 hour walk to get to the shelter. And it's a challenging walk, exposed in places, steep in others, and muddy a whole lot of the way. But it's going to be worth it. I hope you guys will enjoy coming with me and enjoy being out in the New Zealand mountains, enjoying nature and celebrating the weather. Woo! Oh, it's wild! It's wild up here. Just spotted the hut. Well, I'm glad I bought my air mattress. There's no mattress in this shelter. Never mind, I said it was basic, and it's basic. I didn't bring my chair because I saw a photo of this chair. It had 4 legs in the photo. Very cute, but it's definitely a shelter and not a hut. Right, time for a cup of tea. there's a little track that goes over the river, and I think it heads to another hut. There is a second hut here that apparently isn't as nice as this one. Is it possible? Let's go and have a walk. I'm going to leave my I'll just finish it and then let's go for a walk and have a look around. This hut is so close to the other one. I can just see the roof of the A-frame from here. Not far at all. It's definitely not fancy. Oh my gosh. It's got a really musty smell to it. And you can see the lining. I don't know if you can see. Can you see how the lining is all kind of breaking away? I wouldn't trust these mattresses. I think you'd have to be on hard times to want to sleep on one of these. Ugh. I love that some kind soul has left some firewood though. It's really nice. This is Lagoon Saddle Hut, and that is Lagoon Saddle A-frame shelter. It's still raining, but the sun has come out. Let's have a look and see what's up here. Woo! Oh, it's wild! It's wild up here. There is a gorgeous rainbow just over here. Let me show you. Oh my goodness. Thank goodness for the cover of the trees. It's quite sheltered down in here in comparison to up there. Oh, yeah, this is definitely a nicer space to sleep in. I'm happy I'm staying here. It's about, what time is it? 3:15. So it's really early. Got ages before I need to start cooking dinner, before I want to light the fire. But what I'm going to do now, before the rain really sets in, because it's supposed to get heavy from 3 p.m. onwards, so any minute now I'm expecting it to really thunder down. I'm going to go and collect some firewood, get it chopped up and just stash it underneath the back of the hut so it's nice and dry. And then I'm just going to chill out a little bit, and as it gets a bit later I'll put the tarp up by the fireplace so that we can sit under cover, so I can sit under cover. I'm always thinking of you guys as well. I can sit under cover and enjoy the fire. It's never a good sign when the wood doesn't snap very well. I try to use wood that's fallen in the forest, but that hasn't touched the ground. Because as soon as it touches the ground, it just absorbs so much moisture. But it's hard to know how long ago it fell and how dry it actually is until you try to burn it. chopping firewood. It's one of my least favourite things to do. Seems to take forever, and in the end you end up with next to nothing. Oh, but what choice do you have if you want a fire? Very wet. Dry inside though, so worth keeping. What I've learned over the years from lighting fires is that getting the fire started is really ever the hardest part. And keeping it going once it's lit is also not that hard. The hardest part, in my experience, and that's in the conditions that I tend to be in, which are really wet, is actually that intermediate stage. Trying to get the fire to really take. So the tip that I would give you is make sure that you've got medium-sized kindling ready to go, or medium-sized pieces of wood, and not just ones like this that have bark on the outside and are wet on the outside, because it's the conditions that I'm in, that I'm describing. But you need to split the wood so that you can get the flames to the inside. This is a little piece of kindling I bought from home, but these are some good examples of logs that I can split so that the flames can get inside to the dry wood. Smoky! I just need the fire to die down a little bit, and then I can cook my lamb. I've got 2 lovely pieces of New Zealand lamb, and I've got noodles and eggs, broccoli, yeah, just a random mix of stuff, but it's going to be absolutely delicious. I'm just going to go and get my wireless microphone because I think it might be easier to chat to you when I'm not competing with the river. I've got one mic on me and the other one up here, so when it starts to rain again, hopefully you'll be able to pick up the sound of the rain on the tarp. The fire is burning down beautifully, and as it does, I'm getting less smoke, which is amazing. Might be a bit hot. Noodles are ready. There we go. Noodles with lamb, broccoli, eggs and coriander. I am going to enjoy this, eat my dinner, enjoy sitting by the fire, and then I think I will take all my things back up to the hut, to the shelter, and make a hot chocolate up there. I've got to get my bed set up as well. I've got a lot to do. Wow, it's so loud. need to go down to the river to get more. I'm trying to decide if I should get up tomorrow morning and get water or get it now. And unfortunately I know that I need to get it now, because I'll wake up in the morning and I'll be all warm and cozy and I'll just want to put a coffee on. So, even though I'm in my lovely warm pants and my nice dry wool socks, I think I'm going to have to get changed and go down to the river. There's still thunder and lightning out there, as you can tell. But it feels like the storm is a fair way off, so I don't feel at all worried about it. I think I'll go and wash my bowl as well.
Oh my gosh. Oh no. Okay. Where is my fork? There it is. Ew. Might anybody? I was just panicking because I realized it's raining quite hard and I don't have my raincoat on. Okay, I'm just going to do a really quick trip down here. Oh, shoot. Oh my gosh! I'm slipping. I'm dropping things. Honestly, that was like a comedy show. I was dropping everything, tripping. Oh, must be bedtime. Gosh, it is wet now. I'm on my little bed on a ledge and looking forward to a good night's sleep. Thunder's down in the night and it wakes me up, I will film it for you guys. Otherwise, see you in the morning. Good morning, everyone. Good morning. It's quite dark inside the hut this morning because it's still very rainy outside. But I don't know what time it is. It's roughly 8 a.m. So it's well and truly time to be up. I'm hoping to get away by 9 a.m. or planning to get away by 9 a.m. There's supposed to be a relative lull in the rain then. It's not going to stop raining, but it's going to be a lot lighter, and then the rain is going to come back in very heavy at 12 o'clock. So it took me 3 hours to get up here. It'll probably take me at least 2.5 to get down. I'm not going to save that much time because the conditions are going to be very wet, muddy and slippery, and I have a bit of uphill to get up to the saddle before we drop down. So at least 2.5, maybe even 3. So yeah, definitely need to be gone by 9 if I want to dodge the majority of the rain. Such a treat to be able to wake up in a lovely dry location, to be able to get up and make my breakfast. So much easier than camping out in a tent. The weather is so strange. We've basically had a thunderstorm since, well, you saw last night, since I came back inside after being out by the fire. The first lightning and thunder rolled in then, and I'm used to thunderstorms moving over, so you hear it far away, gets really close, and then it disappears. But the thunder last night, and even like through the night and into this early morning, even up until about 6:30, there was a big bolt of thunder. Just seems to come out of nowhere, and not even like in regular intervals. Just, I was just lying here this morning, and then suddenly boom, and it absolutely shook the cabin. So one minute there's nothing, and then you hear a distant one, and then you hear a massive one. But naturally I slept pretty well. I think it was just the thunder that woke me up a couple of times. Ah, wonderful. It is going to be a very invigorating walk out. Well, I would like to fill out the intentions book, but unfortunately there's no pen. Unless it's fallen in here. Oh. Yes. Hello, pen. Back to Coralline car park. Current weather conditions. Rain and thunderstorms. Rain and thunderstorms. Ew, dirty nails. Rain and thunderstorms. Smiley. Alright, I got everything. I'm on my way.
Lagoon Saddle shelter. What a great little stay. At the very start of the track, just beyond the car park, maybe about no more than 5 minutes in, is Beely Hut. 2 to 3 hours. That's where we're heading. Beely Hut and the car park. And that away, Hamilton Hut. There's a beautiful little waterfall just up from the hut, and it's probably the reason why there's so much river noise down by the hut. I can just see, I don't know if you can, just see the red of the roof through there. Beautiful. And look at the path. We are going to be walking through a stream. There definitely has been a lot of rain. I wonder what you guys thought about this trip to the shelter. Did you enjoy it? If you did, let me know. I would love to know whether you'd like to see more trips like that. Historically, it's been hard for me to go and stay in small shelters. I've stayed in a few larger huts, but the lens that I had on my Sony camera didn't allow me to film in really small spaces. That's why you don't see much of me filming inside my tents, and I haven't stayed in small shelters like that before. But thanks to you guys who left me a small donation on YouTube, super thanks, and buy me a coffee, and also my members, I've been able to buy a new lens, which is fantastic. So this trip was filmed with my new lens, and it should allow me to do some more trips like that. I really enjoyed it. I have to say, it's really nice to stay in a shelter every now and then. I love my wild tent camping and camping under tarps, and I'm going to do a lot more of that this winter. But there is just something about having a roof over your head, isn't there? There's not that many places I can get to where I can get the place to myself and where it's less than about 5 hours of walking. So huts are challenging, but I'm up for the challenge if you are. I can feel the wind is picking up as we're coming over the top of the saddle. So I'm going to switch on to the Insta360 and we'll get a bit of action footage on the way down, and then I'll say goodbye to you down at the car. I'm racing that, you guys. We had a break in the rain and it's chasing me. I still have an hour and a half at least. I don't like my chances, especially when this is what I'm trying to navigate. It's coming. Ooh. I usually have my stick with me, my hiking pole, but I forgot it this time. I love walking with a hiking pole. It just gives me such security. I can tap the ground and figure out where it's solid, and I've just always got that second point of contact with the ground. I feel quite naked without my pole. Oh. Here comes the rain, here comes the rain. There, I can see the car. Thanks so much for coming, you guys. I hope you enjoyed it. If you did, make sure that you click the like button and check you're subscribed, and I will see you on the next trip. Bye for now.